Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rock Product Update webinar. I'm Greta, I'm product specialist at Rock, and today my colleague Nico from Product Marketing and I will guide you through our newest features. We will introduce you to the new referral and credit program, which allows you to access paid functionalities on Rock for free. And we will also showcase how the new Miro integration works and how it could improve your workflows. We'll go through importing from WhatsApp and help you to quickly migrate chats and team members to Rock. So we really hope you enjoy all these new features. And this webinar session is going to be recorded. However, we will leave some time at the end of the session for your questions, so you can feel free to ask anything. This is not going to be recorded. So let's just get started with Nico introducing the new referral and credit program.
All right, hello everyone. We recently introduced the referral and credit program, which is a really exciting new possibility for you to access paid pro and teams features. The program itself is very simple. So basically you will receive credits for certain activities within Rock, mainly when you invite new people to join you that don't have an account yet, or when you do certain activities that help you master certain functionalities such as cloud file integrations, importing from different tools, downloading a mobile or desktop app, or some other activities which are highlighted in a dedicated help guide that will be attached below or together with the product comes. So the steps to earning credits are fairly simple. In the referral program specifically, once you invite new users or domains, you will receive credits from it. Make sure that the account does not exist yet. And if you want to unrock and if you want to get points for a domain, also make sure that nobody from that domain has registered to Rock yet. You will receive 1 credit per user and you will receive 10 credits per domain. Domain credits can take a little bit longer to arrive to your account, mainly because sometimes the system just has to internally check whether the user has already been on Rock with that domain. But within the next few days after inviting that user, you should be receiving your domain points as well. You can also import chats, which are a really cool way of quickly earning a lot of credits. So you can import from Slack or WhatsApp right now. What's really cool about it is that the moment you import a chat of, let's say, 80 different people, you can get 80 credits for each one of them joining Rock. And let's say you have 30 domains or 40 domains in that chat with the 80 different people, you will also receive 10 credits per new domain. And as a small bonus on top of that, you will receive 10 credits for each new import. And then to master Rock, there are in total over 70 credits that you can earn with integrations and imports. So if you're not aware of it, you can import from Trello, Asana, Jira, and ClickUp to make sure that any workflows you have on different tools can also be migrated to Rock, so you can continue working without losing any information. Plus, we have some other activities like setting aside something, using Tab to organize, creating your first task, note, or topic that are also rewarded with points. The referral credit program is a really good opportunity for you to access pro and teams functionality because it's fairly easy to invite people to Rock. You can use invitation links, your quick connect code, or invite them by email or phone number. And the moment their account is made, you will directly receive credits. Now, you might be wondering, what are the rewards I can receive with my credits? Well, it's fairly simple. So we have a pro starter and a team starter plan for free users or pro starter users. The pro starter includes 5 pro spaces for 1 month, plus you get to access some of the additional pro functionality that's account based. So let's say you want to create a duplicate space, or you want to do some other account-based pro features, you can trial those out as well. If you have enough credits to continue your pro starter plan, you can just continue extending it. So as long as you keep inviting new users to Rock and earning those credits, you will also be able to continue using pro features for free. In addition to that, we also have a Teams starter plan, which is 10 pro spaces. You can be the main manager and you get 1 additional manager, which means that someone else in your team can be upgraded to a manager within the team starter plan. So you can then trial out a little bit of that domain management functionality or that manager functionality to also make use of those 10 pro spaces that are included with the team starter plan. Now, if you're a pro purchaser, what you can do is you can extend your pro plan by 1 month if you have enough credits, which basically allows you to extend the plan that you have. Let's say you're on the old pro plan that had 20 pro spaces, then it will just still extend your plan. So you're also not reduced to 10 spaces from the 20 spaces you have currently. For pro purchasers, you also have access to the team starter plan, which if you're under the old pro plan would mean that you have slightly fewer pro spaces. So make sure to take that into account. And then team starter users can also continue extending their team starter plan as long as they have enough credits. Now you can invite people through anywhere. So some suggestions we often have are you can include your quick connect link in your email signatures. You can invite people on social media, maybe skip a DM on Reddit, Discord, Slack, or your LinkedIn, and just send them the quick connect code to directly start collaborating on Rock. You'll in a few seconds have a group space with them, and you'll also receive up to 11 credits for every invite if it's a new domain and a new user. You might have seen that there are currently no rewards for Teams purchasers. Fear not, we will be introducing those soon, and you can already start racking up some points and credits to use once those rewards become available. Teams working really hard on adding some really cool new features for Teams purchasers. So you can already start inviting people, getting those credits to make sure that once a reward becomes available, you can purchase it or make use of it as soon as possible. Now I'd like to show you really quickly what the credit and referral program looks like within Rock. So I'll just quickly change my screen share. So I'm on one of my demo accounts. It's a free account, so that he's not on Pro or Teams. If you click on the bottom left corner, you'll see that there's this little lightning icon that says 50 to 20, which indicates the referral and credit program. When you click on it, you see a small explanation. So earn credits and upgrade to Rock for free, share your quick connect, invite people, and get credits to upgrade for free. As you'll see, this user has 5 credits accumulated up until now, which were received because the desktop app was installed. Let's say you already have the desktop app and mobile app before we introduced this feature. The only thing you have to do is quickly log out of your account and log in, and then you will receive the credits for that activity specifically. And you'll see here that the Pro Starter plan, you can upgrade to it for 20 credits, and then the Team Starter plan, you can upgrade to it for 150 credits. And like explained before, you can then continue extending that Pro Starter plan or Team Starter plan continuously as long as you earn enough credits to continue doing so. Now, if you're on the Pro plan and want to extend your Pro plan, it would be 120 credits. And you can also continue extending it to not have to pay for your next month or for your next billing period on a recurring basis, as long as you keep earning those 120 credits. That's most for the credit and referral program. It's a really cool opportunity for everyone to get some extra functionality and make use of some awesome new features that we've reintroduced in the past and some features that are coming very soon. Make sure to start inviting anyone. And if you have any questions about the credit and referral program, feel free to drop us a message in the Rock customer support space. Moving on to Greta, who will now explain the Miro integration.
Yes, thank you very much, Nico. Yes, let's just go through the Miro integration, then I'll change the screen as well. All right, so we can access the Miro integration through the Files mini app. So if I go right here, I can see this blue plus sign here, and I click on it, and I see all the options of Link Cloud Service, and then I select Miro. So of course you have to have your Miro account, and you have to create folders there. So once you do that and you connect it with Rock, your folders will appear here. So here we have one as an example. I just click on link folder, and this folder is connected with the Files mini app. So it's super easy. And then if you click on it, you can see all the items, all the files that have been stored within that folder. What's good to know is that you can set aside the whole folder, or you can also set aside individual items within that folder. That means if you need to come back to a certain file, or you need to review the whole folder, you can simply set aside, and it will appear in your set aside panel as well. So it will be easily accessible for you. If I go back here, another thing that's worth mentioning is that you can also pin it. But it's important to know that you can pin only if you are an admin of a space. That means you have the rights to manage the pin board. So you are able to pin the whole the whole folder or individual files. In this case, if there's a file, there's a drawing board that's very important for the time being, and you want everybody in the space to be able to access it, you can pin it, and then it will appear in your pin board right here. So it will at first it will be on the top of all the items in your pin board, but also if you go to the file section, you will see that Miro file here. So that means that everybody in the team, in the space, will be aware that that's something important because it's on the pin board. Yes, so what's very cool as well is that you can connect all these files from your Miro folder to different topics, tasks, or notes. Let's take an example of a note. Let's say you had a meeting with your team and you made some meeting notes, and at the same time you were collaborating on a Miro board during that meeting. So this is a very nice addition that you can add to your meeting note. This is of course just an example, there's not much, but if you collaborated, if you added notes and at the same time you worked on a board, you can add it as an attachment. So of course you first have to store it in the same folder that's connected to Rock. And then you simply click on add an attachment, click on link cloud storage, and you'll be able to access the same folder that you connected to Rock. And here we have a meeting notes, so a meeting drawing, and I can add it as an attachment here. So it appears, and everybody who is following that note, everyone who is in that space, will have this nice visual addition to your meeting notes. Yes, I'll say it here. So the same works with the tasks. So for example, your team is working on website architecture task, and they also collaborate. They have a task in Rock, and they also collaborating on Miro, drawing some visuals. So that works exactly the same way. If I go on a task, I go on attachments, I'm able to attach the file that the team was working on, and let's say it's a mind map. I add it as an attachment, and it's directly attached to the task, so everyone is able to access it. Exactly the same way with topics. If your team is asynchronously collaborating on a certain topic, and at the same time they are collaborating on a visual board, so that's a great visual addition to your topic, so everyone can collaborate and access it. So everything works exactly the same way. I link cloud storage, I go to the same folder, and I connect it to the topic. And in this case, it's good because not everybody in the space will be receiving notifications about it, only people who are followers of the topic. So that means only people who find it relevant and who are part of the discussion. So that helps you to keep your conversation organized and to not bother basically people who are not involved or who don't find it relevant. So yeah, that's a very easy addition to each topic note or task to have some visual touch and to connect those two softwares. What I would like to mention as well is connecting to what Nico was talking about, the credit and referral program. It's good to keep in mind that every time you connect a Cloud Link service, you get 5 credits per integration. So once you connect your Miro account, you get 5 credits, and the same works with all these cloud service providers. So each of those bring you 5 credit points. I guess that's it from my side. Nico, if you like to add anything, please go ahead. If not, then I think we jump into the WhatsApp integration, right?
All right, yeah. I think a small add-on is that all the services you saw on Greta's screen, Figma, Adobe Creative Cloud, Notion, etc., have the same functionality as Miro currently has. So you can attach all those files to topics, notes, and tasks as well, and then continue collaborating without having to search for links, go into your folders on the cloud storage provider, or just not find back your relevant information, as you can just add it to the files mini app of the space and then fully integrate it within your different workflows. So next up, I'm going to quickly explain the import from WhatsApp feature. This feature is only accessible on mobile, so I'll just quickly share my mobile screen with you guys. All right, quickly moving to Rock. All right, so the import from WhatsApp feature is currently only available for mobile. We might be looking into adding it on the web or desktop versions very soon, but just to already go over how the feature works, how you can add your chats and why it's relevant, I'll be quickly explaining them from the mobile version right now. So I'm currently on Emma's account. I have to go to user settings on the top left corner of my screen, then click on import. In the bottom here, you'll see Slack, WhatsApp, Trello, Asana, ClickUp, and Jira. So just click on that. And then you'll see here that there's an option to import a chat from WhatsApp. So I'll just click on WhatsApp with the cloud. At this point, I will already have the information in there. All right, so now I'm in my WhatsApp folder. I've exported a few chats before the start of this webinar. If you're curious on how you can export the chats from your WhatsApp, you can check out the dedicated product guide that we've created for the import from WhatsApp feature. You have to export it as a zip. It doesn't matter if you have the files attached or not, but it should be highlighted that the files will not automatically be added to your workspaces. So let's say I want to import the top left zip file for WhatsApp. You can then choose to add it either to a space that already exists. So here I have some of my spaces for the account, but you can also create a new space. Let's just create a new space for this example. So you click on create new space, you can give it any name. So I'll just keep space name as the name of the space. Then you create the space. And then you have to select import for the import messages. So click on import. Now, something really cool that you can do while importing the messages is that you can map the different users. So the group that I'm importing doesn't have a lot of people in them. It's mostly just me because it's a personal chat that I just added as an example here. But let's say you have a group chat with over 10 different people, 20 different people, or 100 different people, then the list with provided usernames will extend to all those people in that space. And then you'll just have to make sure that you can map each email with the correct number. And let's say you don't want to add a few people, but the other people you want to, you can also just fill out some of the fields and not fill out the remainder ones for the people that you don't want to invite to Rock. You can choose to enter an email or phone number to add the user to Rock. Note that the email will provide a dedicated email notification, but for phone numbers, we're setting up a different system for that. So for the time being, they will not receive a notification. Note that the invitation still stands. So the moment they create an account, they will see your invitation for the space, but it might affect the number of referral credits you can receive for this. Might change in one of the upcoming product updates. We'll keep you updated on that in the future release comms. So within this, you can then choose to add an email. It can be someone on your contact list that already has a Rock account, or it can be someone that has not made an account on Rock yet, which will send them an invitation. And then every message that they sent in the past will be added to them. So for example, provided username is Nico. This is the account of Emma at Let's Rock HQ. So I'll just assign it to this demo account so you can see how it will look. And then let's say there was someone else that I want to invite, maybe hello at Let's Rock HQ, let's invite Jacob. It will then directly, once I create the space, invite Jacob to join that space. So let's click on confirm and see how that goes. So it sometimes takes a little bit to load, which is mainly because there's a lot of information that's being moved. But then you'll see that all the messages are imported with a small notification of what you see here. Emma imported 146 messages to the space from WhatsApp, and then all the users that you invited initially will be there in the space settings. So as you can see here, Jacob is invited as a member to the space. You can change the permissions if you wanted to guests or to admin, depending on what role you want him to have in the space. But in that way, you can quickly move over big group chats or other things that you're doing on WhatsApp. I personally am a big fan of this feature, mainly because it really allows you to move over your workflows and not lose past information. So a lot of people often have is they use WhatsApp for communication and then Rock for tasks, mainly because I've had months of discussions on WhatsApp and I don't want to lose that by starting to communicate on Rock. This feature allows you to quite easily continue the conversation and also search for past messages. So every single message sent in the past will be moved over, and then through the Rock search feature, you can still search for relevant messages and past discussions that were had in that group chat. Plus, you can directly migrate any person that was collaborating or communicating with you in that group chat. But now, in addition to messages, you get tasks, notes, files, meetings, and everything else that Rock offers in its functionality. So you can continue any conversation you had without losing anything. Now, I want to highlight one small extra feature that you can do. So I mentioned before that you cannot directly attach your files importing a chat from WhatsApp. What you can do is you can download the chat with the files, separately download all the files from it and drop them in a Google Drive folder. And then what you can do is afterwards is just add them to the Files mini app, look for Google Drive, Dropbox, or OneDrive, and just integrate that folder to that space. This would mean that all your files are the same size, because most of these cloud storage providers don't compress your files. Plus, you can attach them then to any node, topic, or task like Greta explained earlier. This means that you can still access all your files and your messages from WhatsApp when migrating to Rock. So it's basically a continuation of any conversation and work you were doing, but now you get so much more to collaborate with people now that you unlock nodes, tasks, topics, and everything else that Rock has to offer. That's most on this feature. If you have any questions on it, there is a dedicated product guide on import from WhatsApp. We'll leave a link about it below this description on YouTube and wherever else we post it, just so you can check it out as well. Just browse to our help center, select import, and then you'll see import from WhatsApp from the selection list. You can do the same thing with Slack as well. So if you're planning on moving your team conversations and collaborations from Slack to Rock, you can leverage almost the exact same functionality. You can do the same with the cloud storage file and just make sure that all your information, discussions, and communications are moved over to Rock within seconds and continue collaborating, but with so much more functionality. That's all on this feature. Passing over to Greta for the end of this webinar.
Thank you very much, Nico. So we hope you enjoyed it, and please feel free to stick around for the question session. Of course, you can also get in touch with us after the session by Rock. And always feel free to share your feedback, opinions, and ideas for the new features. So yeah, that's all. Thank you very much and speak soon.
See everyone.